Hey Blades fans, welcome back to Hertz Arena and another Florida Everblades pregame show playoff edition. I'm Hannah Jo Groves alongside Jake Maurice. Jake, a win in game one, and at that, a shutout win. First of all, before you and I get into it, I got to talk to assistant coach Kyle Mountain about what his perspective was on everything. Let's take a quick look at that. Here with Coach Mountain after the game one round two win against the South Carolina Stingrays. First off, Coach, South Carolina, we know that they weren't the same lineup that we faced a couple months back. How did they line up with what you were expecting from them tonight?
Yeah, obviously they got a lot of guys back, come playoff times, so we knew it would be a different matchup, just a different intensity, different, level of play overall. So we knew that was coming, but I thought our guys were ready for it, and they played a great game. It's the first of a long series, so we know it's only going to get tougher. They'll respond, so we just got to be ready to answer tomorrow and keep it rolling.
Yeah, Coach Ralph talked about wanting newer guys to step up. 42 shots on goal for the Blades tonight. What did you like about the chances they were generating?
Yeah, I thought we had a little bit of everything. As far as just managing pucks well off the rush, they're a really good transition team, so that helps to mitigate their offense and help us get pucks in zone and get our O-zone going. So I thought that the guys did a really good job of that and not just, giving pucks away. So O-zone looked good at times. I thought the D were firing pucks, which, we love when they do that. And the forwards are doing a great job of getting in the net. So, when those things are happening, it tends to work in our favor.
Coach Ruff also talked about emotional readiness. What is your role in going into tomorrow, making sure these guys keep their foot on the gas?
Yeah, I think it's just getting a good recovery here and just making sure that we stay focused on the long game. And, we're going to enjoy this tonight. But like I said, it only gets tougher. So the guys know that. We got a lot of experience in that room, so they know what they're getting into.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.
So Coach talked about recognizing the strengths from South Carolina and being able to control them, specifically on defense. How are you seeing the Blades do that last night?
Well, they didn't really let South Carolina have easy access to the inside of their Florida zone. It was very tough for South Carolina to get passes into the middle, through the middle, break through those seams to set up good quality looks. Keeping them to the perimeter, you limit a lot of their dangerous offensive weapons. They had some chances here and there, but really, outside of their power plays, they never really felt like they were pressuring the Blades too hard because Florida's defense did a good job staying in their structure, not having breakdowns, and making sure that South Carolina was kept along the walls. On offense, one of your three keys was having the new guys step up. That was something that Coach Ralph mentioned too. And we did see a couple of the guys that we didn't see last week. Romano we're used to, but Elenick getting in the mix. What did you see kind of the delegation of the puck going on there? Yeah, we needed that line to get going, and they did right away. Yeah. Elenick, great face-off play, set to Romano. He snipes it to open the scoring just a few minutes in. The Blades are off and rolling. Elenick gets a goal of his own on the power play, and then that line comes together for another Romano goal in the third period. Just a great performance from some guys who needed to get going, right? You didn't want to have them keep going pointless another game and then another game. You wanted them to get some confidence, and you could see Elenick was feeling confident. Definitely his best game of the playoffs last night. And yeah, you want to see that keep going. So now we've had those guys have good performances. You have the guys from round one. Now it's a matter of all of them kind of together.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, we also got to talk to Anthony Romano after his 2-goal game last night. Let's look at that. Here with Anthony Romano after the round 2 game 1 win against the South Carolina Stingrays. 2 goals for you. Walk me through what you remember from the first one, then we'll get to the second one.
First goal was just a set face-off play. Elenick won the draw, and I kind of scooped it up on my backhand, and Lambo got a good pick on the inside winger, so allowed me to get the shot off, and I got a good shot off, so I don't think the goalie saw it, so fortunate that one went in. And then the other one, just a good offensive zone shift, good shot from the point by Samby. I tipped it off the post, and I just turned around, and lucky enough the puck was right there again, so yeah, it worked out well. What was clicking overall for you and your teammates tonight? We just played a simple game. We won lines, we got pucks deep, and we just turned them, forced them to come 200 feet. Didn't really turn over pucks at our blue line, which gave them short transitions. So we got some key saves from Cam in important moments, but we're coming to suspect that from him. So hopefully we can build on that tomorrow. How did the couple days without games kind of prep you, make you feel more ready coming into tonight? Yeah, getting the sweep first round definitely got some rest for us. We had a good week of practice, dialing in what we need to do to, beat these guys. And, it's going to be a tough series, so we prepared well this week, and it showed tonight. Beating these guys, what specific things is it going to take to do it again tomorrow? I think similar things to do we did tonight. Good goaltending, good team defense, and timely goals. That's playoff hockey, so yeah. Thanks so much, Anthony. No problem.
So Romano talked about playing simple. How did you see them focus on fundamentals and have that be a key to their win last night?
Well, you didn't see anyone trying to skate through the entire team, right? I mean, the Everblades were very much committed to the game plan. Stay smart.
Yeah.
Don't try and run around and make something happen when it's not there. You get the early lead. From there, you focus on defense, right? Florida's game is predicated on preventing shots, not getting shots. Yes, I know they had 42 last night, but
Right.
Florida's far more happy with the 22 that they gave up, and especially that most of those weren't high danger chances. They're shots you're totally fine with because you know Cam Johnson is going to make the save on those kind of chances.
Yes.
So Florida, they get the early lead. 5 straight games down the playoffs, the Everblades have scored first. And a lot of times when Florida scores first, they just take that all the way to the end of the game for the win.
Something that you were talking about last night that you were exactly right about was the physicality throughout this game and taking any opportunity to hit each other, and they definitely did that. After a shutout loss for South Carolina, what do you expect from them on that side of the game tonight?
They're going to be frustrated. They're going to want to come out of the gate right away. They certainly know they can't afford to give up another early goal like they did last night. They've got to find a way to start off better, and that's not just from last night. They only scored the opening goal once in their opening round series against the Gladiators. So South Carolina needs to not be playing from behind in virtually every single game they play. And they also need to be a little bit smarter. Florida, too, they weren't guiltless in this, but a lot of the penalties we saw in yesterday's game were away from the play. They were after the whistle. You had Cam Johnson take a penalty, taking a whack at a guy in his crease. You had Nakbar throwing a big hit on Needham when he's well away from the play, and then Allen responds with a fight against Nakbar for the first fight of the playoffs for Florida. A lot of the penalties were the nasty variety that you see away from the play, not tripping, hooking during the action.
Right.
So both teams need to be a little bit better at that because South Carolina got burned on it in the game last night.
Yeah.
They gave up the power play goal to Elenick. You don't want that to happen on the other side for Florida, but you want to make sure that you're set up for the opportunity if South Carolina gives you another one.
All right, so game 2, we want another win. We want to go to South Carolina as far up ahead as we possibly can be. So give us the direct effect marketing 3 keys of the game. How do we do it again?
Well, the most important thing really is just consistency, right? Florida seems to have a very successful brand of hockey. Take the lead, slowly work to build on it. Don't break out of the structure. As long as Florida's been doing that, then they're going to find their win. No reason to break out of it now. Second off, once again, you keep South Carolina to the outside. You really limit what their offense can do. If they get inside, if they get into those slot area, the high danger spots, they can really burn you, and then the game can roll around the other way. We have seen that in South Carolina's game this season. So keeping them along the perimeter, very important. And then finally, I mean, we touched on it already, but the discipline always so important between these two teams. They don't like each other.
Nope.
They are not afraid to show it. They're going to show it tonight. There is going to be some rough stuff, all that kind of stuff. But you've just got to make sure you're smart with it. You skate away. You know when to stop, not go over the line so that you're not ending up in the box.
Right. Well, we're looking forward to it. It is a rivalry series after all, as Coach Ralph said yesterday. So it's going to be exciting as always. Next up, we've got warm-ups. And then it's the South Carolina Stingrays versus your Florida Everblades. We'll see you there.